WYXR.org, 91.7 FM Memphis. This is Strange Wave. I'm your host, Natalie Hoffman, joined by Michael Peary in the studio today. You can hear him back there. I've got a bunch of good stuff lined up tonight. I've got new ones from Memo PST. Michael's clapping. Yeah, shout out Memo PST and big shout out to Chris Shaw. I've got new ones from Desdemona's, Useless Eaters. Got some Annika in the playlist. Yeah, so stick around. It's going to be a good one. And a new one from General Labor. Yeah, stick around. I'm going to start the set off with Can. Stay tuned here on WYXR, WYXR.org, and 91.7 FM Memphis.
change is just a waste of time, but lifting my society is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but helping my brother is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but money and power is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but fear and terror is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Total destruction is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Parental supervision is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but helping the poor is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but white collar crime is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but death and decay is my new obsession. Thinking about change is just a waste of time, but police brutality is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Communication is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Parental supervision is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Total destruction is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Parental supervision is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Total destruction is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Parental supervision is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Communication is my new obsession. Obsession, obsession. Parental supervision is my new obsession.
中に居続けることもあるさ、あるさ。まるで魚になった気分だよ。まるで水槽の中の魚、まるで泳がない魚。台風の夜は風が吹き続けて紙吹雪をまき散らすこともあるさ。風に乗っかってね、風に乗っかってね、紙飛行機を飛ばし続けることもあるさ。なんだか夢のあることだと信じてます。風が吹き続けて
WYXR, WYXR.org, 91.7 FM Memphis. This is Strange Wave. I'm your host, Natalie Hoffman. We just heard Fishmans with Weather Report. Before that, we heard Memphis' own General Labor with Ice Bear. Excellent Growl Zone cover. And we heard the first new single in 8 years from Useless Eaters before that, and that was called Ego Shell. Yeah, we heard Ego Shell from Useless Eaters, and yeah, like I said, that was the first new single in 8 years from them, and there are new releases on the way from Under the Gun Records and Total Punk, so keep an eye out for that. And we heard Desdemonas with Obsession, and we started the whole set off with Dry by Can off of their excellent Live from Brighton 75 record. All right, up next we got a brand new one from Memo PST. Memo PST is a favorite on this show. Chris Shaw, good friend of mine, former bandmate in X-Cult, is in Memo PST, and they've got a new 7-inch coming out called Puzzle Piece, and that'll be available for pre-order on P Doom Records, and it'll be out July 18th. But this is the B-side to that 7-inch. This is Killed by a Loser. Stick around. WYXR, WYXR.org, 91.7 FM Memphis.
man the last word. I always give him what he deserves. But don't forget that little twist of cyanide in his little gift. Experimental beings no longer match. So what's the catch? The seas are empty, sees the dream, sees the day. He who sees his ego may not see through, may not see you. But I see through him, I see through him. The subject of his story in space and time. There is nothing left, it goes far beyond. The master stroke of the terrorist reigns and moves without prejudice. I always give my man the last word. I always give him what he deserves. But don't forget that little twist of cyanide in his little gift. I always give my man the last word. I always give him what he deserves. But don't forget that little twist of cyanide in his little gift. Experimental beings no longer match. So what's the catch? The seas are empty, sees the dream, sees the day. He who sees his ego may not see through, may not see you. But I see through him, I see through him. The subject of his story through space and time. There is nothing left, it goes far beyond. The master stroke of the terrorist reigns and moves without prejudice to the here and now, to the here and now. I always give my man the last word. I always give him what he deserves. But don't forget that little twist of cyanide in his little gift, in his little gift.
You are listening to Strange Wave here on WYXR, WYXR.org, 91.7 FM, Memphis. We just heard Annika with Critical. Before that, we heard Die Fiche with Eyes as Grey as Heaven. Laura Krieg with Fin du Travail Vie Magique. And we started that set off with Memo PST, Killed by a Loser, the B-side to their new 7-inch out soon on P-Doom Records. So you can order that online if you liked what you heard. All right, we got about 15 more minutes before the legendary DJ Spanish Fly comes in. Let's Let's see. I'm going to start this next set off with Charisma. This is Sea Rock. Stay tuned. WYXR, WYXR.org, 91.7 FM Memphis.
سكنت دمعه هون سكنت دمعه عيوني حكيت للأحباب وحكيت للأصحاب وعرفتهم جليل كلام القلب والعين
That's right. If the planet doesn't mind, it must be alright. And if the planet doesn't care, it must be all set. That's right.
This is going to be the last one for me tonight here on Strange Wave. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all here, same time, same place next week. Stick around for the legendary DJ Spanish Fly.
It's a hang up in the sky.